Hi everybody, I'm a fairy. Well, yeah, a fairy. I'm one of the most hardworking fairies ever. I'm the head fairy of my fairy group. I'm a butterfly fairy. Fairies are one of the most hardworking creatures out there. Whoa, sorry for my finger. We can get injured or anything. And we do things like, and some kids don't believe us, and we do things, all these nice things for them. Like kids who don't believe in fairies. Like me, I'm a butterfly fairy. I paint butterflies and do butterfly stuff. I even broke my arm. I bent my bone doing butterfly stuff. And for those butterfly lovers who don't believe in fairies, you don't believe in us? Seriously? We work hard. We're one of the most hardworking fairies ever. I've never taken a day off my whole life. And if you're born a fairy, yeah, you're gonna have to like work and work and work. You're gonna have to work your whole life. I don't get wings, but I can fly. 'Cause I don't need wings 'cause I'm a butterfly fairy. And yeah. And for those kids who don't believe in us, seriously, my friend, she's the what fairy? I don't remember. Dang, I'm a bad friend. She's the wood fairy. She gets wood. She builds wood. Well, she makes trees grow right. Like, so we can get wood. The nature fairy hates her. Well, we're all nature fairies, but the nature fairy who's in charge of all of us hates her. Without her natural talent, she can't. The nature fairy can't change it. The head nature fairy, I mean, sorry. But she stopped working for the adults and the kids who don't believe in fairies, 'cause why should she work for them when they don't even know that she's alive? Seriously? Seriously. Oh, and the tooth fairy thinks she's all that when she's not. Just 'cause she only works at night. All she does every day before work, just sit down in the office, making sure she looks all pretty and perfect, and staying up. We're like the most hardworking creatures. Us fairies are the most hardworking fairies ever. We work harder than Santa. The elves, not as hard as the elves, maybe the same amount. The elves have to build toys for kids who don't believe them, and if they were good. Most of the kids who don't believe in him are bad though, so they get good. And Santa, all he does is one trip a year. That's it. And he has to make sure the elves are doing their job. Cat. Sorry. Okay, good. It's a nice kitty. But seriously, believe in fairies, 'cause fairies are real. You see me, right? And for fairies, you only get maybe two personalizations for your. You have to work every day. And so, except for the tooth fairy, if she's sick. Substitute tooth fairy can work for her. But there's no substitute Butterfly fairy, there's no substitute for any other fairy but the tooth fairy. We have to wear all white with our personalization skirt. Mine's butterflies. And we can personalize our hair with white hair stuff. Our boss chooses what color cast would be best for work. And maybe our purse. But the purse has to have a little white on it. Ugh. And each fairy has their own fairy dust. Mine's purple. And kind of sunglasses, but they're all sparkly. These are the butterfly sunglasses. All the sunglasses look the same, but they're in different colors. And these are the butterflies. Butterflies aren't that easy to catch either. Those butterfly catchers out there watching this, those are like the hardest things to catch ever. Like, seriously. Oh, and the reason I have a tiara is I'm the boss, the big boss of my group of fairies, the butterfly fairies. The butterflies are hard to catch, they're hard to make, they're very hard. You have to make them, and then they can fly away. Well, you have to, sorry, I said make them, but you have to make caterpillars. You have to wait for them to be in their cocoon, to finish up with their cocoons. You have to catch them once they're finished with their cocoons, and they have to dry off and whatever. Then you have to paint them all. Seriously, it is so hard. Really, really hard. So next time you go, some of you guys are insect killers for no reason. Next time you go killing an insect, think about how hard it is to create an insect. Especially the ant fairy. She probably is the most hard-working fairy in the insect group of fairies. She hates her job. She has to be really small, and this fairy is not that small. But she was born with this talent for some reason. She hates her talent, though. She's not good at it, but it was chosen for her. So, she has to get these tiny little circles, put them together, create an insect, create an ant. Then let them all free and stuff. Then just for kids to smush them. Seriously. That's why she created those fire ants. So next time a kid tries to smush one of her ants, it could smush them. So yeah. And if you've seen Tinkerbell or whatever, that's nothing like fairies. They don't even know the half of it. So yeah, fairies are real. And we work really hard. Goodbye.